Well, I hope you had a good holiday weekend. We're back again. It's a new month. It's April. God, oh Jesus Christ, we're already getting toward the middle of the year. You know, how fast are we moving? I mean, there's so much we could discuss this week. I mean, we're trying to squeeze everything in as best we can. I don't want to overwhelm you guys here, my viewers, you're watching here. But hey, listen, we got a couple of things from age verification this week. We got something out of New York, and we got two things out of Japan anime. So 2 stories on there. So we've got a good mixture this week. But let's start off with this. Some good news, something for the fall season. Now, there is an anime out there, and I don't think it gets enough love. It is really, really good. I was talking about it when we did the member stream over with Culture Casino, and we were in the green room. I was talking to one of the other YouTubers, and we talked about this one, and he's like, he liked it, but he didn't like certain characters on there, and that's Arifureta, from Commonplace to World's Strongest, and it's getting a season 3, finally getting a season 3. I've already seen seasons 1 and 2 on a constant daily watch, because it happens to be, I think out of all the izakais, this happens to be really good, really strong, and it's a little different than most of the others. For the reason is that the main character has gone through hell. I mean, really. I mean, most of the time when you see these izakais, the guy, gets the big power. He goes, saves everybody, gets the harem girls, and this. But in this case, he literally has to go through hell. Ends up losing his arm, his eye. He has to sit there and eat what he can. He doesn't have enough food and water. He's just literally eating the meat off of the creatures he kills. I mean, literally not cooking it and just eating it straight off on there. But he doesn't realize it's making him stronger. Ends up meeting with a vampire girl. Both of them end up to the bottom of this labyrinth where they find this chamber, which has a so-called, what they call a maverick, who left a message behind, leaving his knowledge to the main character in this show. His name is Hajime, and basically they end up escaping, hooking up with a bunny girl, which I like her. She's really funny on that. There's comedy elements to this, and then there's just literally some great battle scenes in the series. And like I said, I know the deep anime fans does like this series, but I don't think it gets enough love out there, man. And this is the reason why I want to bring this up on this episode, that we're getting a season 3. And we're going to read a little bit of this from Otaku USA magazine. Arifureta, from Common Workplace to World's Strongest, season 3, set for fall of 2024. That's great, that's coming. I mean, there's a lot of good anime that's coming out in the next couple of months. Everything from Konosuba, Mushoku Tensei. I mean, there's so much out there that's coming on all values. I mean, we're expecting and we're talking about this later, we're getting a DC Suicide Squad isekai, which looks really good, coming out of Wit Studios. Wit Studios, they've done a lot, including Attack on Titan, and they're coming out with that anime, and that's coming very soon as well. Well, let's read into this. It's time to mark your calendars for the premiere window from Arifureta, from Common Workplace to World's Strongest, season 3. The 3rd season is officially to hit the airwaves in Japan this fall, with a new key visual made its way online over the weekend to celebrate the news, along with a brief teaser video. I believe you can catch that on Hulu and Crunchyroll as well. J Novel publishes the original light novels written by Ryo Shirakomi, and illustrations by Taki Digitally, with 7 Seas Entertainment handling the print version. And we'll just give you a little bit of a breakdown here, and I did say it before, but I'm going to give you the article breakdown itself of the series itself. 17-year-old Hajime Nagumo is your average everyday otaku. However, his simple life of pulling all-nighters and sleeping in school is suddenly turned upside down when he's, along with the rest of his class, is summoned to a fantasy world. They're treated like heroes and tasked with the duty of saving the human race from utter extinction. But what should have been any otaku's wet dream quickly turns into Hajime's nightmare. While the rest of the class are blessed with godlike powers, Hajime's job synergist has a single transmutation skill. Ridiculed and bullied by his classmates for being weak, he soon finds himself in despair. Will he be able to survive in this dangerous world of monsters and demons with only a glorified blacksmith level of strength? But yeah, there's more toward this, the powers that he gains. And yeah, and like I said, this is not the standard isekai, because it's like, you know, normally you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that might get isekai'd at the same time. Here, it's a whole classroom that get isekai. So there's a lot of his classmates on there, and he wants to try to return on there. But the thing is, and sorry to give this away, is that he's probably going to end up fighting gods at point just to get out of this place. And we seen one at the season 2 on this. We found one of their soldiers that Hajime had to fight, which was a really, really good fight. I'll tell you, it is a really good fight. But the things that he does and creates, because because of that blacksmith level and more of the powers that he gains, he's able to create current weapons. I mean, you're talking handguns. He's got military SUVs, submarine. You know, there's a lot of stuff that he puts together to battle all these creatures and demons and gods. You know, and he's just getting stronger and stronger by the day. And like, yeah, and he'll run across a crazy situation. You know, when he comes across Tio, the dragon girl, that alone was hysterical in itself. I won't tell you what happened, but it has to deal with a very long shaft.
What are you doing?
I'll put that into that perspective. You'll have to see it to believe it. It's really, really funny. Do catch it. I mean, there are a lot of other great characters in there. Kai, Shizu, you know, some of the classmate members on there. And I'll tell you, the villains are very good also. You know, the things that he has to deal with, you know, the adventures. I mean, there's a couple little side treks that he ends up doing, which are also very good. You know, for side treks, you know, side stories and stuff like that. You know, normally, you know, stuff like Dragon Ball and some of the others, some of those side stories, they don't do too well. They're okay. And most people would just not bother to watch them. But this one, I do recommend, do watch them, because they do add to the story itself. And some of it has comedic tones that are just really, really funny to the situation. So let me know in the comments below. Have you seen this series? Have you seen From Commonplace to World's Strongest? Or are you willing to take a jump into it if you haven't seen it before? Or you just didn't like it in the first place? You know, there's some people that don't like some of the characters on there. So don't forget to like, share, and hopefully hit that subscription button, because hopefully today's the day I've earned your subscription. Until next time, thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye now.
Thanks for watching, commenting, and sharing this video. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, as this helps the reach of this channel. Finally, as a content viewer, you have the ability to help support this channel, as new internet laws around the world will diminish our reach and affect our sponsors. If you choose to help, there are 2 ways listed in the description below. The first link will lead you to a pay site where you can make a monetary donation. The second will lead you to our gear shop where you can buy shirts, mugs, and other gear. Discounts will be listed on the site. Once again, thank you for watching and your support.